Every professional video editor knows the tedious pain of cutting down a long interview, a process that normally involves endless scrubbing and manually jotting down all those cumbersome timecodes. Life is simply too short to waste an entire afternoon listening back just to find those 3 killer sound bites that are buried deep within the raw footage, making your production schedule drag significantly. Instead of wrestling with waveforms, I turned to a platform called Vizard, which is specifically designed to completely automate the most agonizing and repetitive parts of the initial editing phase. The whole process begins with a simple drag and drop, where you upload your lengthy interview file and the system immediately gets to work analyzing the entire audio track. The very first essential step is the automated transcription, which rapidly converts all spoken words into a perfectly editable text document that mirrors the conversation verbatim. You can monitor the progress bar for real-time feedback, or simply choose to receive a quick notification once the entire cloud-based analysis is successfully completed. Because this intensive processing happens remotely in the cloud, the speed is genuinely transformative, delivering results far quicker than any local machine could manage alone. Now, if your organization has stringent requirements for local-only workflows, you absolutely must consult with your legal or compliance teams before adopting any cloud solution like this one. However, for the vast majority of independent creators and production teams, this incredible speed advantage fundamentally changes the entire editing equation for the better. Once the transcript popped up, I immediately switched my focus to editing the actual text document, deliberately ignoring the video timeline for this crucial stage. This is the real game changer. Instead of guessing where to make precise cuts by scrubbing through audio peaks, you simply read the script and highlight the unnecessary sentences to remove them. The moment I hit delete on that rambling introduction, Vizard instantly trimmed that entire section out of the final video, shortening the clip right there on the visual timeline automatically. I quickly went through and chopped out a few annoying filler words, a story that wandered off topic, and any instances where the speaker unnecessarily repeated themselves for emphasis. With every single deletion I made in the text, the corresponding video segment updated in real time, eliminating the need for tedious ripple deletes or manual timecode adjustments. After just a few passes of text-based cleanup, I saw the interview length land perfectly at 1 minute and 59 seconds, which was pure, delightful luck for hitting the 2-minute mark. The broader takeaway here is that sculpting your video to an exact, precise length becomes incredibly trivial when you are editing directly within the readable, searchable transcript. This text-first workflow allows you to speed read the entire conversation and make critical content decisions at a rapid glance, which is unmatched for speed. It represents a massive workflow improvement compared to the agonizing traditional method of listening 3 separate times while furiously scribbling down timestamps in a notepad. Once that trimmed version was finalized, the next logical step was implementing professional captions, which are essential for nearly every modern publishing platform you might use. Whether you are pushing content to YouTube, sending a high-value clip to a client, or adapting for social feeds, having accurate burned-in text is absolutely crucial for engagement. Vizard makes generating those required subtitles unbelievably simple, often requiring just a single click to create a perfectly timed SRT file directly from your edited script. The system intelligently chunks the narrative into readable blocks of text and meticulously syncs the timing of each word to the corresponding audio moment. While you always retain the power to adjust line breaks or fine-tune specific timings, the default output is often completely sufficient for standard uploads to major destinations like Instagram or YouTube. Before you start styling these subtitles with elaborate fonts and colors, it is vital to understand the fundamental distinction between true captions and graphical titles baked into the video. Captions, specifically the .srt variety we just generated, are fundamentally designed to be toggled on or off by the person actually watching your content on their end. Their appearance is largely determined by the viewing platform or the viewer's personal accessibility settings, respecting needs like high contrast or larger text for visual impairments. Titles, conversely, are graphics that you permanently burn directly into the video file, meaning they are completely unchangeable once the video is exported and published anywhere. If your goal is creating custom, branded lower thirds or adding a specific visual flourish that is integral to your aesthetic, then you should absolutely design a graphical title element. However, if accessibility compliance or platform-native subtitle features are your priority, generating a cleaned SRT file and letting the player handle presentation is always the superior choice. So, to recap the entire streamlined process, upload your raw footage, generate the transcript, edit that text to sculpt the final video, produce the captions, and then export the finished piece. That final edited transcript itself serves as an excellent, clean record detailing exactly what made the cut in your finalized short-form promotion or highlight reel. Keep in mind that if you decide later you want a highly stylized subtitle treatment, designing that as a separate title overlay in your dedicated nonlinear editor is still the correct way to approach it. Now let's quickly compare this to what's already available in your current ecosystem, because tools like Adobe Premiere do offer their own speech-to-text functionality for transcription. While Premiere's transcription is tightly integrated if you live inside that ecosystem, the management of those features can sometimes feel a little bit fiddly and unintuitive for casual use. Other dedicated clipping tools available right now either carry an exorbitant price tag or force you to manually hunt down and select all the genuinely good moments yourself. Some specialized highlight detectors focus purely on energy spikes and completely neglect to offer a smooth, integrated caption workflow or any kind of publishing schedule. This is precisely where Vizard establishes its unique value proposition, as it is truly built around the entire post-production to final publication loop for content creators. It cleverly uses AI to automatically flag the most potentially viral segments within your long videos, formatting them into ready-to-post clips matching top-performing short-form layouts. Crucially, the system does not abandon you there. It actively assists in scheduling those clips by letting you set posting frequency so you don't constantly have to babysit a complex social media calendar. Speaking of calendars, the integrated content calendar keeps every single piece of your scheduled output consolidated neatly in one easily accessible location for review. You can effortlessly tweak content, move planned posts around on different dates, and push everything live directly from within that single platform interface. This centralization drastically reduces the usual context switching, the constant back and forth between exporting here, uploading there, and remembering caption edits elsewhere, which often kills creator consistency. For solo creators or small teams that are seriously focused on growth, this consolidation of essential tasks offers an absolutely massive operational advantage. When weighing your options, you will notice trade-offs. Some alternatives are cheaper but demand significantly more manual labor to reach the finish line. Others are certainly more expensive and packed with features that most everyday creators simply do not need for producing clean cuts and accurate captions. A few high-end systems unfortunately lock you into a very rigid, non-flexible workflow that stifles creative iteration when you need it most. Vizard strategically attempts to strike a perfect middle ground by automating the dull, repetitive mechanics without stripping away your essential creative control over the final output. You receive the benefit of smart suggestions and blinding speed, yet you maintain the power to read the transcript, delete unwanted segments, retime subtitles, and craft your precise message. On a quick reality note, if you regularly handle sensitive or proprietary interview material, you must remember the inherent cloud dependency for most of these powerful AI features. This reliance on cloud processing is true for both the major editing suites and these specialized, faster services, so it's a universal consideration in modern media workflows. If your company operates under strict internal data governance rules, always investigate what specific privacy controls or dedicated team plans are offered before uploading anything critical. For the typical individual content creator, the massive gain in speed offered by cloud processing almost always justifies the minor trade-off of data location. Returning to my specific project, after refining the length by editing the text and generating that SRT, I performed one final quick human pass to polish caption timing and line breaks. Then I exported the short, tightly edited file, grabbed the accompanying SRT, and uploaded both assets successfully to the YouTube publishing queue. The entire journey from the raw, unedited upload to a perfectly shared 2-minute highlight reel took just 20 minutes, saving me the better part of a whole afternoon doing it the old, manual way. If you want to implement this effective flow for yourself, the required mental model is incredibly straightforward for even beginners. Simply read, delete the junk, and then export the result. If you're looking for more assistance, utilize the platform's auto-edit features to surface the most likely high-performing viral moments, and then just make those small, necessary manual tweaks. For anyone managing a channel that needs to scale long-form content into a consistent stream of daily shorts, the auto-schedule and calendar tools quickly become your indispensable secret weapon. These features ensure your content pipeline remains perpetually full, successfully preventing the posting routine from accidentally morphing into an entirely separate, demanding full-time job. Having tested this solution against the usual industry heavyweights, the features I constantly return to are the sheer speed and the operational continuity it provides throughout. It gets you from the raw, unpolished footage all the way to a professional, caption-ready clip far faster than I initially thought possible, and the scheduling ensures it actually goes live. If you prefer maintaining meticulous, hands-on control over every single edit, rest assured that capability is fully present, but you can easily hand off the heavy lifting to the automation. This has just been a rapid demonstration of my preferred workflow. Upload, transcribe, edit via text, generate captions, export the file, and finally, schedule for publication. If you would like a much longer dedicated tutorial that walks through every single click within the actual user interface, I am certainly prepared to produce that for you next. For your immediate next project, I strongly urge you to try cutting down a long interview by editing the text transcript first, because the resulting speed increase will genuinely surprise you. And if you are currently juggling the posting demands of multiple different social media platforms, explore those content calendar and auto-schedule functions to make your rhythm feel completely effortless. If you are curious to see how this streamlined system might fit your specific production needs, please head over to the site to explore the free options or start a trial period today. Understand that this powerful tool is not some kind of secret magic wand. You still need to use your editorial judgment to select the best clips and carefully craft the core message. However, it effectively makes the tedious, time-sucking mechanical parts of the process completely vanish, which is the real difference maker in content velocity. The true value is shifting from spending an entire afternoon agonizing over a single short clip to successfully deploying a full week's worth of polished, captioned content in under an hour. I encourage you to give this transcript editing workflow a genuine try on your next long interview, and observe how fundamentally it transforms your entire content creation process going forward.